thank you for being here today. My name is Wan-Chin Chang. I'm the Piano Department Coordinator at Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp. Today I would like to discuss a little bit about posture and how to use our body on the piano. Now, this is a huge topic with literally hundreds of books and different methods written about this. And almost all of them have different ideas, starting from where to sit, how high or how low, which part of your body will be suited for which technique. However, all of them have one thing in common. It's that it should be as natural as possible and should not be awkward. In short, it is individual, and it is up to each one of us to discover what works best for us. With today's environment, with most of our activities taking place online and through recording, this is actually a perfect time for you to find out what will work best for you through your own discovery and studying your own recording. To start off, I would like to address the issue of where to sit to your piano. I've seen many people, especially after a growth spur, still sitting about this close to the piano. Now, if you're looking at me right now, you might probably be laughing. And yes, because again, it looks awkward, and we don't want things to be awkward. And this also limits your movement of your hand. See, I can only play about here, but what if I want to play down here? And it also restricts my feet to the pedal, which would be another huge topic to be discussed in a later day. I usually recommend sitting about half or 2/3 of the way into your bench rather than all the way back into the bench, because when you do that, you're not sitting on your sitting bone and you will slouch, and that will actually limit some movements of your arms this way. And if you're anywhere near my height, my feet are also not touching the floor, which will not give me any stability, and I will topple over. So when I'm sitting at about half of the bench, I am sitting on my sitting bone, which will give me a nice straight back. And if you're reading music, do be aware that you do not let your head fall forward too much, and I am guilty of that. My neck would hurt after a couple hours of practicing when I do that. So do keep your head up, back straight, both feet on the floor, unless if you're using pedal, but you still wanted to make sure you have a nice center of gravity. Make sure you are very stable on your keyboard. How far should you be sitting from the piano? One of the things I suggest is that you should be able to lift your hands comfortably and place them in the middle of the keys with nice hand shape. Now, if you notice, I'm actually having some of my fingers on the black key rather than having all the fingers on the white key. And this is actually a method written down by Chopin. We all know Chopin as a great composer, pianist, and teacher. He started his students with the longer fingers, 2, 3, and 4 on the black keys, to show them the proper place to place your fingers. And another thing that you can also do is take your right hand, reach to the lowest key, and similarly your left hand, reach to the highest key to make sure that you have ability to control the entire range of the piano. If you have an adjustable bench, you can experiment in sitting with different heights. Some people like to sit very, very low, and that's because they wanted to have the elbow and the arm lower than the keys, so the idea of dropping down to the bottom of the keys. Some people prefer sitting high, and with actually exactly the same argument that when you're sitting high, you can drop your entire body weight and arm weight into the keys. Again, experimenting on your own, videotape it, watch back to see what seems more natural, what what's easier for you and what produces the best sound for you. The next thing is also do watch for any tightness of your arms and your shoulder. A lot of times when we get into something difficult, we tend to raise up our shoulder, and because we're nervous and we know something hard is coming. Now, first of all, again, it looks awkward, doesn't it? And that, again, limits our movement. So whenever you feel that way, sit back, shoulder back, breathe, and try it again. Also, watch out for your arm movements. Too loose, of course, then you don't have enough control of your finger. However, too stiff, you will actually tighten up all the small muscles and you will not be able to move as comfortably. So you wanted to have a fine balance, and one of the things that my teacher used to do when I'm playing, if it looks like I am struggling, the first thing she would do is actually just move my elbow a little bit to see if I'm tightening up over here, and if I am doing too much movement, I had a teacher who would put his hand on my head or on my shoulder to remind me where I am moving a lot. And when I look back on my video, for sure I did see all these things. So I hope you find this video helpful. Enjoy your practicing. Thank you for watching this visual arts video brought to you by Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp.